I'm Dave Johnston. I'm with the ESGR. We're your members of this Department of Defense. We're actually employees there. We're the best employees they have because they don't pay us anything. we get to volunteer for this, and that's the great part. So, we're finally getting back to being able to be here and actually see you in person. Otherwise, it's at Zoom, and the Zoom has been working great. We've had some Zooms. We had a guy, the guard person was in Alaska with two of his employers were in Watford City, an oil company, and Jeanette in Bismarck, in Fargo, Gallatin in Minnesota. So you can have people spread all over and do Zoom. So that is beneficial. But it's good to be back and say something and be in person. I'm not sure how much longer we can do this. You know, if the numbers keep going, then the Department of Defense just shuts everything down and go back to doing what we normally do. But anyway, ESGR it's got over 3,000 employees nationwide. In North Dakota, we got about close to 60, I believe, and and this Fargo committee has like 15 of us, 20. But we have to get back together, and I think we're going to try to work on a Zoom meeting with them too. And that's people have kind of lost touch with a lot of things, so it's going to be back. And I think the Guard is back pretty much active and in-person drills and stuff. So I just got the weekly report from the Guard, their tag report, and they're busy people. And one thing I got to say, I was in Navy Reserve, so I drilled 1 week a month. That's about it, unless I was in charge, and then I had to be there a couple of days early and get things ready. But for the Guard, you spend a lot of time at different meetings and training, and so I know you're gone a few days that everybody covers for you, which is why we're here to say thank you to all of you for what you do. And thank you for your service. I mean, if you didn't do what you're doing, we couldn't have him in the Guard. And that goes for all our Guard and Reserve. So at that time, it's great to have you here and recognize you. And today we're going to present what we call, it's the first step in awards that a company can get, or a person, and it's the Patriot Award. And this one is made out to Tim. And if you want to step over Tim, hold on, I'll get some pictures of it, but well, Jeanette can have it on the screen too. But it says that you're recognized as a Patriot Award and for all the support that you give them. And we greatly appreciate all that. And we will get that picture and we'll send them out to Jeanette. And they'll put it on Facebook and all of the good, get the word out. So again, Tim, thank you so much for the support that you give. And I can turn it over to you and let you say what you wrote up about him.
Let me say what I wrote up, all my
sure.
wise words.
Sure. Wise ones. So well written.
So what I wrote down was Tim Geiger has shown his support of the Army National Guard, and to this writer, his supervisee. Tim continually thanks me for my dedication to the Army National Guard in this country, even though he knows I will have to be away from my office. As a mental health counselor at a residential treatment facility, I'm one of 2 therapists that serve 16 clients. My absence creates a strain on the other clinicians in this organization and around the state of North Dakota. And Tim has been instrumental in planning and coordinating the care of these clients while I'm away on duty. I will have spent more than 6 weeks away from the Dakota Boys and Girls Ranch, Tim taking this in stride and planning for my leave of absence. He is a great asset to the North Dakota National Guard and works with me as I continue my service as a National Guardsman and his civilian supervisee. So Tim, I just want to say I really appreciate just who you are as a person and as just falling underneath you. I think that you lead our little organization, the clinicians well, and I really appreciate your support. Even though being away for so long, that definitely creates a strain just in not being there for the kids when things happen. Everything's always changing. So with you having that support for me, I feel like I can go out and I can serve our country and I can help the North Dakotans when things go bad. So I really appreciate everything that you do and continue to do for this organization. So
perfect. Well, thank you.
thank you very much.
Thank you for your service. Appreciate it.
A few words.
Yeah, so with Kyle, really appreciate his service to the country. We were just talking today about, like you said, the team approach here, and that, all the coverage and some of those things of when he's been gone on training and guards and those drills and those kind of things on the weekends. And so it's really neat for us that we're able to do that so that he can go and serve our state and our country well. So we really appreciate your service for that. So thank you very much. Thank you for the honor here. Appreciate that.
Welcome. And it's our honor to be here and see that presented to you in person. And the work that you do here is very valuable. I mean, that's like a friend of mine said I could hire 50 people like you. So that you stick around here and keep serving the country. We appreciate that. Is Tammy?
Sure.
Do you want to say a few words?
I'm just very honored.
Manager.
I'm the president.
President.
Yep. And I'm just very honored to work alongside both these gentlemen. As a daughter of World War II vet, I couldn't respect their service to our country more, and I appreciate that. And Tim's ability to recognize priorities and keep all of those balanced so that you can do what you need to do and the kids get the service they need. It simply doesn't get any better than to work with gentlemen like you. So thank you.
Well, thank you. And it's so important to top down the support that you provide. And we really appreciate that. And I'm not sure everybody does. We usually get chances to hear from a few other people here. And I know one always has a few words, would be our state chair, Delton Steele. Delton.
Oh, they always give me a bad time because they know they're not going to get by with just a few words. So, but anyway, if we could have Tammy back in the picture there too, so I can see Tammy. She's the president, and I wasn't aware that we have the leader of the organization on the Zoom meeting today. But first of all, let me start with Kyle. Kyle, thank you for nominating Tim and taking that step to do that. As busy as you are in your day job and then your guard duties besides, taking the time to nominate a supervisor is just very, very meaningful, and we know comes from the bottom of your heart, and just great job on your words as well. Next, Tim, thanks for being a great supervisor. Dave hit it on the head. This doesn't happen without the support of the employer. Our National Guard and Reserve members cannot be successful without that employer support. And the Guard makes up such a huge percentage of our national defense these days. They are called upon more than they ever have been, even since the War on Terror began. But whether it's fighting floods, fighting fires, the COVID mission this year, the number of hours that our National Guard have put in on the COVID mission has been record-setting, really, from the amount of time that's been required. And time again, our Guard and Reserve members always step up to the challenge, always step up to the plate, whether it's here, overseas, DC, doing the mission there, just so many ways. And it doesn't happen without a supportive supervisor. And then Tammy, your organization and your leadership as well. It's not accidental, it's intentional that companies support our National Guard and Reserve members. And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for the support that you're providing, Kyle, and just congratulations. And what really makes today really special too is when we have Colonel Dix on, and then we have Captain Dundrum on today, to have the military leaders that Kyle report in his chain of command that just really adds icing to the cake, so to speak, for making this, I think, a very special and meaningful presentation. And to have that interaction and to have those two gentlemen on the line with us today too, doing the Zoom meeting, taking time out of their days. I mean, that shows the value of recognizing and how important it is, you know, from their chairs to recognize employers who are supporting their service members. So congratulations to everybody within the Dakota Boys and Girls Ranch. And just again, thanks for all you're doing. And again, Dave hit it on the head. We're all volunteers. There's over 3,000 of us nationwide. We have about 60 in North Dakota that do this. We are representing the Department of Defense, even though specifically it is the ESGR, Employer Support of the Guard and Reserve, and we're an organization that's set up under the Department of Defense. But we're folks that really take pride in our state, in our employers, but especially our National Guard and Reserve members for all that they do. And it's just a lot of fun. And this is only one aspect of what we do. I mean, we provide ombudsman services and we provide educational opportunities for employers, but providing awards to employers is 90 to 95% of what we do. And it's a lot of fun. We're always looking for new volunteers in case you ever have somebody in your organization that's passionate about wanting to serve and give back. You can't find a better organization to do that. So as state chair of North Dakota, even though I'm retired and live in Minnesota now, I'm a North Dakota guy. Grew up, born, raised in North Dakota, worked there all my life until I retired and back in the end of 2019. But North Dakota is home and always will be. But again, thanks for all you're doing. And with that, I think I'll turn it over to Colonel Dix, and then if he wants to turn it over to Captain Dundrum after that. But Colonel, if you'd like to say a couple words.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. You know, I appreciate you guys putting this together. So just thanks to ESGR for putting behind the scenes and actually doing these award presentations, regardless of the environment and how we're adjusting and doing Zoom is more often than anybody wants to anymore. But I do appreciate it. You know, Captain Schmidt had kind of talked to me, Kyle had talked to me about this a little while ago. And, you know, I really appreciate when soldiers take the time to actually fill these awards out and put in their supervisors for these, just because we can't do this job without knowing that our employers support what we do. You know, backstory on me, you know, my Monday to Friday job is teaching at Concordia College. And then, you know, the other 29 hours of the day, I've got National Guard stuff going on usually. So I appreciate what my department does and my leadership here as well. So I think it's even more important for, you know, subordinate commanders and just other soldiers in my battalion to recognize their employers as well. So, you know, and Tammy, you know, you being there helping support, as well as Tim, you know, I appreciate just how well you're supporting Kyle through his command time. If you guys don't, you guys have probably heard quite a few times where in maybe a Friday drill or gone for training, those kind of pop up on us as we have. Being in a command position is definitely a unique role where we ask to be in a leadership position. We have that desire where we're, you know, we have some additional authority, we have some additional responsibility, and also some accountability as well, where we're trying to set, you know, the example through our leadership. We're, you know, trying to take care of all the personnel that fall under our command. And that's on and off duty. That's not just a, you know, once I leave drill weekend on a Sunday, everything that I do is over. Usually, you know, Captain Dundurran's on here. He's my battalion OIC, and I would say we probably go no less than 3 to 4 times a week on the phone with each other talking about different issues. And I know Captain Schmidt probably does very similar with his readiness NCO with different things that are going on. So, you know, we're always out trying to make sure that we're training our unit, we're training our soldiers to be ready for anything. And as Dalton was mentioning earlier, you know, we've been called, you know, I've been in this as a battalion commander for about the last 2 years now. And this is probably the highest op tempo I've seen, even from time that I spent on active duty, just how much my unit's been called, whether it's, you know, 2 rotations with the COVID support to the state. If we've done a couple of immediate responses to Fargo to support law enforcement for civil disturbance. We've had a couple folks that went out to DC to support that mission. And then most recently, Captain Dan Duran was out helping coordinate as part of our organization with the wildland fires out west. So very busy. And, you know, as we continue to support these, as I mentioned earlier, you know, we have all these state and federal missions that we need to make sure we're ready for. So having that support, knowing that being away at Guard or being away for training, knowing that our employers are supporting us the whole time, really is impactful. And I tell you, I've been in the military now for 22 years. I could hang my hat up anytime I wanted to at this point. But I just enjoy working with people like Kyle, with Captain Dan Duran, with all the folks that I work with in my battalion. And I have an employer that supports what I do, so I'm going to continue to do this. So I really appreciate what you guys do there at the Dakota Boys and Girls Ranch and supporting our military service members and doing their job. So I just really appreciate it. And thanks again.
Thank you.
And then I'll pass it over to whoever else is.
Yes, you might.
Let's turn it over to Captain Dundrum if he would like to say a few words.
Sure. Good afternoon, everybody. I would just like to say thank you. I don't really have much more to add, but it has been a very busy year, as we all know, and we absolutely couldn't do it without the support from the employers. So thank you very much, Dakota Boys and Girls Ranch, for giving Captain Schmidt the support that he needs to be able to be the commander that he is. And yeah, we just truly couldn't do it without you. So thank you very much. And I'll pass it on.
Thank you. Jim Vetter. Want to say a few words? Introduce yourself. Sorry.
Well, sorry for our tardiness, but my name is Jim Vetter. I'm the Vice President of Treatment Services. I'm located here in Bismarck. I would be in the chain of command. I'd be Tim's supervisor. So I just wanted to be here to congratulate Tim on getting this Patriot Award, and also say thank you to the Guard. You say thank you to us for letting Kyle have the time to do that. We say thank you to you for all the things you've been doing. We've had staff, support things in Washington, D.C. and all the support you're giving us during the pandemic and all that. We're proud and glad to be part of this effort and to support Kyle and to have him doing what he does. So thank you all for all you do for us. And we're happy to help you out any way we can, and we're really proud of what Kyle's doing for you. So thank you.
Thank you, Jim. And Lisa.
Hi, apologies as well for joining late, and just want to echo what Jim had to say. I'm Lisa Eisenberg. I'm the Vice President of People and Culture, so Human Resources, representing the organization as an employer, and just grateful for the recognition of Tim and his support for Kyle, what he does, and extremely grateful for you guys and all the work that you do for us. So thank you.
Oh, Rich Brown, all the way from Dickinson, where the fires are all the time. It's gonna be tough in the Guard, I think, this summer. Rich. Yeah, you got a mute.
We got you on mute there, Rich.
Hit the button, Rich.
Oh, we still got you on mute.
Hit the button.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Okay, yeah, I pushed the button too many times, but I just wanted to be on this presentation because I'm a retired college administrator from Dickinson State University, and I remember several years ago we had several students who were interns at Dakota Boys and Girls Ranch, and they were guardsmen, and they were called up for duty in the middle of their internship, and I think it was flood duty, as I recall, but the Dakota Boys and Girls Ranch worked with these soldiers and students and allowed them to complete their internship after their duty was done. And so therefore they were able to meet their commitment as soldiers and also the commitment as students. And I thought they went way beyond what they could have done in that regard. That happened several years ago. And when I saw this reward, I thought, well, this is long overdue because you people have really supported the Guard and the people that are employed who are guardsmen and have to go to duty, et cetera, et cetera. So thank you very much for your support, and long overdue award, I think.
Thank you, Rich. Jeanette, you got any good words for us?
Sure. I'm just going to bring up the screen and show everybody the statement of support.
And this is the award that you will get.
Yeah. So the statement of support, they're on their way. And so Fargo, Minot, and Bismarck will get one of these. And by signing them, it acknowledges your support for the military. So I just wanted to bring this up to show you that these certificates will be coming your way.
Thank you.
Yeah, very cool.
Awesome. Yeah, we hope you proudly display those in your offices, and Tim, wherever your office is located at, that you proudly show your award as well. And I have to give, I have a request for Colonel Dix, but anyway, I know we've met more than once somewhere, but I know you're at Concordia, but if you happen to see President Kraft floating around the campus there, greet him for me. He used to be one of my advisory directors because I retired as the regional president at US Bank here in Fargo-Moorhead and Eastern North Dakota at the end of 2019. So see if he still kindly remembers me, but he was a great board member for me and always appreciated that. So maybe one of these days we can, at Concordia, we can recognize them. Nothing, you know, that would make me very proud to be able to recognize Concordia College with an award as well. Even though they're in Minnesota, I might not be able to do it, but anyway, it'd be great to be a part of that and see that happen. But again, thanks everyone. Great to see everybody. And yeah, I know we get tired of Zoom, but you know, without Zoom, we wouldn't be bringing people from Bismarck, Dickinson, Moorhead, Minnesota, you know, all across the state. Without that capability, you know, we'd be just having Dave there probably alone, not just probably alone, but with the local folks in Fargo, and which is great. And we love doing that. And we're glad that we're very grateful to be able to be out in person again, even though we're a little bit limited yet. But it's still great. You know, that it's always fun to be in person, but yet having this capability to do both in person and a Zoom, you know, hey, we'll take it. It's great to get everybody connected. So thanks again for everything Dakota Boys and Girls Ranch is doing to support your service members. Kyle, thank you again for that nomination.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you all for being on Zoom. And someday we'll all be here together. But you know, even if we were together, we would never have everybody else spread all over the state. So
It's wonderful.
maybe we'll continue doing Zoom forever. But if you want
It's gonna be around a while, I think. I think we'll make it work. It's fun to connect with a lot of folks. But hey, Dave, great job today, and thanks for being there to present that in person. And maybe I already said it. I was looking at my notes here, but so Dave, you know, leads our Fargo committee, and maybe mention that he's pretty humble. But Dave was recognized recently, just so all of you know, for the Roche Award, which is one of the very, very highest awards that the Department of Defense through the ESGR program awards to a volunteer. And it goes to a volunteer that's dedicated countless hours, and just not for 1 year, but over the course of many, many years. And but Dave was recently recognized for that. And then I've got to bring up Rich Braun. Rich is Mr. Dickinson for us. I know he's got a committee out there as well, but Rich has been a dedicated long-term, and he's won about, I think, every award that I can give him as a state chair and things, but he's just a great leader out in our Dickinson location and a great supporter of our military. So Rich, it's always great you can be on these Zoom meetings as well.
Thank you. And we'll probably get a chance to do something with Concordia this summer in July when the Blue Angels come to town, because Concordia is going to be tied in quite closely because the captain of the Blue Angels is a graduate of Concordia. So,
Yep, that's right.
So you can travel, it'll be good. Again, thank you so much. I know you got work to do, and I will guarantee you one thing: with Zoom, these presentations go a lot longer because when you're just alone, it's just us, and it keeps you on your toes and back to work fast. Thank you all.
Great job, Dave. Thanks, everyone.